Welcome to Veggies and Herbs. My name is Ruben Molale. Now, one of the books that really helped me to understand succession planting was the book written by Hugh Richards. It's entitled Veg in One Bed. So in this book, he outlined how you can grow actually a lot of vegetables from a single raised bed. So it inspired me to actually go ahead and also share with you my approach. So from this month moving forward, I will be starting a series on a month-to-month growing plan. I will be sharing the seeds that I'm starting, what I'm transplanting, and also the harvesting process. So this series will give you a good understanding of the process that I'm following, and we can see the progress from seed to harvest. So if you are interested to sow with me or just follow my planting strategies, then I will recommend that you subscribe to the channel. So without wasting any further time, let's jump right into it. Now, before we start sowing some seed, let me quickly share with you the seed starting mix that I am using for my seedlings today. So I am mixing 2 parts of compost, 2 parts of coir, 1 part perlite, and 1 part vermiculite. So I'm just mixing this all together for a nice seed starting mix. Normally I use normal compost, but I'm trying this seed starting mix just to gain some experience as to how my seedlings will perform. So vermiculite and perlite and coir just create a conducive environment for the seed to retain moisture and also to increase the chances of germination. Now that the seed starting mix is ready, the first step is to fill the seed trays with the seed starting mix. And just firm it down to ensure that the seed trays are nicely filled. Yeah. And before we plant some seed, I will just moisten the seed starting mix. The seed starting mix should be damp, but not waterlogged. Now, I must admit that there are different ways of doing this. Some growers will actually sow the seed, and after they have sown the seed, put it in a tray and water from the bottom. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. I prefer to water the tray before I plant the seed. So I'm planting lettuce in this tray. I will just put approximately 3 seeds per cell. This is just for security in the event that some seed do not germinate. And then I will cover it up with a little bit of my seed starting mix. I'm also planning to grow some onions. So when it comes to onions, I've seen this approach that you can actually grow also onions in clusters. So I am sowing approximately 8 seeds per cell. So if 4 germinate, this is just for security in the event that some seed do not germinate. Then I can transplant the whole cell into the garden and grow them as a cluster. Now this year I am trying different varieties. So with beetroot I am trying this Kiocha variety. Now beetroot is a clustered seed, so I put 2 to 3 seeds per cell. More than one could also emerge. And my plan is also to plant them in a cluster. I did make a video on how I grow my beetroot. I will put a link in the description. Now, some of the other crops that I'm also sowing is definitely broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, so now that I've sown all the seed, I will just water it in, and then my process is to put it in a tray, and I use different trays just to put it on my windowsill. So I'm just using a windowsill as a place for my seed to germinate. At the moment, I think many small gardeners with small space might find themselves in a situation where they're still waiting for some of their summer crops to finish off before they can have space. So I am sowing some of these seed in the container because I have quite a number of other crops that I am still waiting to ripen up before I can clear them up. Now, other seed that I will be sowing directly in a container, so I'm trying out this variety that produces round carrots. I'm interested to see how these carrots look and how they taste, so I'm starting this off and sow it directly into this container. And another crop that I'm also sowing directly is definitely my spinach. Now, one of the long season crops that I'm also growing is definitely garlic. So this year I managed to get just a store-bought garlic that I am planting directly into my garden. Now, this is a very long season crop. Garlic is a long season crop. It takes up to 6 to 8 months. I did make a video on how to grow clay garlic, so I will put a link in the description. Now that we have sorted out the seed for March, let's go and do some harvesting. So if you enjoyed this video, click on the screen and watch this video. Thanks for watching. Keep on sowing and growing.